Hi, I'm Kiernan Shipka. I'm here with 17, and this is 17 questions. I usually go with the fact that I'm a black belt in Taekwondo and Hapkido. That's kind of always been my fun fact. I don't think I'm going to retire the fact. Probably just lean in a little more and experience life. I don't have any regrets, but I think if I were to go back and tell myself to have more fun and ask deeper questions, I would. And I'm happy that I've learned that now. If any 17-year-olds are listening to this now that want that advice, I mean, don't let anything hold you back from what you love. Lean in, have fun. Sabrina Spellman would definitely be sending the best memes and also the best, like, look what I'm doing right now. And she's like in hell doing something great. Like, I feel like she would send the like hell throne selfies that just no one else could. And everyone else is kind of like off doing their life things. So I think the fact that she has such a heightened life, like, look, there's two of me, haha. Like, I don't know. I just feel like she would kill it. Well, I think I would like to be able to teleport. It would make life so easy. I mean, I think about having powers and all that kind of stuff all the time, but at the end of the day, going back to convenience, if at a snap of the finger I could show up in another country, how fun and just nice would that be? Something I will never regret is going for what I want. Even if I don't get it, as long as I do my best and go for it, I think that there is nothing worse than knowing that you could have done something and didn't. As long as I do something to my best ability and to my fullest capacity, even if it doesn't pan out, it doesn't hurt nearly as much as living with the fact that you could have done something. I think I never regret putting my full heart into something and taking a risk. The hardest part about voice acting is that you have to dig even deeper to make sure that the emotion in your voice is coming through, because you can't fake anything with your face. Even if there were tears streaming down my face, it wouldn't really matter if you couldn't hear the cracks in my voice. The biggest challenge is that you always have to be emotionally dialed in. You can't sort of slack off when it comes to being in it, because people will be able to tell. Oh my gosh, I've been listening so much to the Phoebe Bridgers version of That Funny Feeling. It's so good. I think she's amazing, and I love that song so much. I've also been listening to, I'm trying to think of what else is doing. I mean, obviously everyone's on the Easy On Me train, but I'm certainly on it. It's fantastic, and I can't wait for the whole album. Probably the Notes app. I'm a big note girl. I love making lists. I write everything down in my notes. I don't know what I could say Instagram. I could say, texts. I'm sure I use them maybe like marginally more than notes, but I feel like my app that I use the most, really, and the one that means the most to me, is the Notes app. Noting everything. If I have a thought, I will note the thought. I write in the Notes app a lot. If I have any sort of idea, it goes there first. Or if I just want to keep track of something, if I can just sort of just like distill my brain into one thing, it's the Notes app. Keeps me organized. My dream co-star is probably Steve Martin. I think that'd be really fun. He seems so fun. Oh, I'm not binging it because I can't, but Succession is back, and that's very exciting to me. I wish someone in my household hadn't seen it so I could have a better excuse to go back and binge season 1 and season 2, but we're all caught up. But Succession is really what I have my heart and soul on these days. I probably am most like Sally Draper just because I grew up alongside her pretty much. I mean, I played her from 6 to 15, so I probably can't help but be most similar to someone that was also informing my childhood in many ways. Even though I do like being different from the people that I play, there's a foundational part of Sally that I think is more me than any other character that I play. Popcorn is absolutely my favorite snack. Just the simple flavor is fantastic. Followed closely, I think, by a quesadilla. I think is also a perfect late night snack. And then third on that sort of rung would be cereal. Those are the top 3. I've been starstruck many times, but I remember when I was maybe 15 and I was at the Emmys and I saw Tony Hale. His performance in Beep, but also mostly like Buster Bluth to me was so important. And I saw him, he looked at me and I looked at him, and he sort of said like, hi. I think he could tell that I was freaking out. And I, for the first time in my life, just kind of like could not quite get words out or sentences. And we worked past it. Now if I see him, we're good. I truly had this moment where I was just absolutely at a loss for what to say. And I'm usually pretty chill, but I just wasn't. My best tip for a good selfie, here's the thing about selfies, which is great, is that you're your own muse. You know your best angles. You know how you feel the best. There's nothing more empowering than taking a photo of yourself. So I think that leaning into that and just having fun and taking a selfie because you've got the control and I think if you just have you are your own muse in your head, you're golden. Like you're the director. You got it. There's a loss of control when someone else is taking a photo, and reclaiming that power by taking a selfie is very fun. So I think I would just say, have fun with it. You know yourself. Do you. Oh my gosh. I don't necessarily know if I have like a best moment of my career, but I definitely have ones that feel important and have impacted me in many ways. If Mad Men's a moment, that's 10 years, but the finale of Mad Men felt like a huge moment in my career, if that makes sense. And the first season of Sabrina, seeing a billboard in Times Square is a huge moment. You know, like that kind of thing, where I think there's these projects that feel important in my career, and then there's sort of moments within those projects. So I don't necessarily know if I have one pinpoint moment, because it's always changing and it's always continually a moving target, like working with new cool people. And I think I'm so lucky to have a job that is a gift that keeps on giving in new and exciting ways. Oh my gosh, thanks. I find I'm the type of person that it doesn't really register in my brain until it's in front of me that someone else watches what I do or likes what I do, or what I do resonates with someone else. Even though it's why I do it, it's still a funny thing to wrap my brain around because I'm so in my head all the time. I appreciate you more than you know is my answer. Alive, doing what I love, and surrounded by people I love. Those are the three things that I could wish for and hope for. The most obvious answer is coffee. It's nothing's gonna happen without it. Truly nothing good. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Kiernan Shipka. Make sure to subscribe to 17's YouTube channel, and Treat is out everywhere now. Go listen, check it out, and thank you again.